Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Tonight, we reach the unofficial midway point of the season with a good Monday night battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Off of play action, it's Watson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now, on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
Mixon with a first down carry. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
11. On 3rd down, Burrow. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. McPherson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fielded right around the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Not the way they wanted to begin things. You had the interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Gets past one man, and he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Room here to run. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Third down, as a defender, all you're thinking about is getting off the field. How do you stop this last play? But if you don't wrap up when you tackle and you play it back like this, all of a sudden he's taking it to the house, and now you're looking at each other wondering, what did we do wrong on that play?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count, if you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And it's caught. Touchdown. Jamar Chase, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have retaken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now it's Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. The Browns at 3-4 on the year coming into play. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He'll find Schwartz complete right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. What a matchup we have here in the AFC North on this All Hallows Eve, otherwise known, of course, as Halloween. Kids probably shuffling home right now from trick-or-treating, all hopped up on sugar and ready to drive their parents crazy as these two old rivals get together here on this final day of October in a game that's been highly anticipated. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. (10-7) our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Watson now to throw. Connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 22-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Now Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Chubb will get the call running left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
Hey, you gotta snap it. You gotta snap it.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. The extra point up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, This is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need to score here not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. From the gun again to Mixon. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Anthony Walker up behind the line and finishing that play off. 11. On 2nd and 12. Burrow. Quick slant caught by Chase. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Brownsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long.
Looking to throw.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
You talk about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half to carry that with them. It's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mo.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now 17-14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
Fresh off the pick 6, it's Watson.
Oh,
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Here's Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
On 1st down, it's Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
On 2nd and inches, Watson. Here's Chubb, back-to-back catches for him. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. To throw is Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
11 MT, hey! 11 MT.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Here we go.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
11 MT, 11 MT.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. A gain of 3, second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From just shy of midfield, Burrow.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. He completes it to Boyd.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it up to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
11 MT. 11 Thomas.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to get the football here at their own 23.
That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They run again on first down, Chubb.
105 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. And again, it's Chubb. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
Haven't been a defensive coordinator yet. The thing 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side.
Here's Chubb on the read option.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here's Chubb on the read option. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll run with Chubb. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal.
Watson going to try and run it.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he's unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal.
They'll try the draw now with Chubb. Nice move at the 5. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line.
This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, the bad news, they had the turnover last time. The good news, their defense only surrendered 3. So now we are set up for a great finish, all tied here in the 4th. 43 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all. Challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
11.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. That is taken in by Hurst. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for 28 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
11.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I'm wondering.
Here's Burrow. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2, ready?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Flow.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon, and he is going to lose yardage here. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Another try for Mixon. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in. And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short.
And I don't think there should be much of a discussion here, but you know how I am. You kick the football, you take the lead. How bold do you want to be in this situation, though?
So a pressure spot here for Evan McPherson. This for the lead in the final stages. McPherson's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they've managed the clock exactly right.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bengals have recovered it.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. position. If they take the ball downfield.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. And even 150 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast.
Let the clock wind down.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. To throw, Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. Now Watson. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Watson on the sneak. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed he did not. They stop him. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bengals are going to win this football game.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down. So this one in the win column now for the